You read correctly. Terence "Bud" Crawford and Teofimo "The Takeover" Lopez are facing off in public rather than in the ring, just when you thought 2024 couldn't get any crazier. Terence Crawford just threw hands, and it wasn't in a sanctioned fight. Bud is not the type of guy to be involved in brawls like this, but hey, Teofimo got on his nerves. It got pretty heated and didn't end well for Teofimo Lopez. There's a lot to discuss with this one, so without further ado, let's take a deep dive into this action. Okay, before we get into the details of this heated altercation, let's set the scene real quick. We all know Terence Crawford, one of the best pound-for-pound fighters of this generation. The man's undefeated, coming off a historic win against Errol Spence Jr. and solidifying his place as the king of the welterweights. After a time off the ring, Crawford came back and swiped the floor with Israel Madoff. So if there's a number one guy in boxing, it's Terence "Bud" Crawford. I felt great. It was no different from 147, to be honest. Israel just was a strong opponent. We knew that coming in the day, the right hand wasn't bothering me. I wasn't really too much worried about the right hand. No, he landed a couple of times at the end of the round where he was trying to steal around, but I just was trying to counter him, but at the same time, he had a good game plan. He had a lot of feints.
I felt great. It was no different from 147, to be honest. Israel just was a strong opponent. We knew that coming in the gate. The right hand wasn't bothering me. I wasn't really too much worried about the right hand. He landed a couple of times at the end of the round where he was trying to steal it around. But I just was trying to counter him, but at the same time, he had a good game plan. He had a lot of feints, and I was just trying to dictate when he was going to come. A lot of times I was wrong. I was touching him up with the jab. I think my jab was beating him up all through the fight, but he landed a couple of right hands that was telling for the judges to go or the fans, but it wasn't nothing that I ain't never seen before.
And I was just trying to dictate when he was going to come. A lot of times I was wrong. I was touching him up with the jab. I believe that throughout the fight, I was hitting him with my jab. However, he did land a few right hands that seemed to be telling the judges or the fans to go, but it wasn't anything I hadn't seen before. Next, we have Teofimo Lopez, who dethroned Azal Lomachenko, who was regarded by most as untouchable. Even though Lopez lost to George Kambosos in the first round, he showed that he was still in his prime and prepared for War 5. All of the 135-pound fighters in my division said they didn't want to fight Teofimo again because of what he had just done, but I'm going to keep putting it on every time, and whether you love him or hate him, we're going to make those fights happen.
June 5th, that all these 135-pound guys in my division, they're quiet. They don't want to fight Teofimo again because what he just did. And I'm just going to keep putting it on each and every time. But we're going to make those fights happen too.
Lopez didn't just win, he dominated LMA in those early rounds, and let's face it, people still don't give him enough credit for that performance. Let's break this down. Teo understands how to keep his name in the public eye. This most recent episode may be the strangest yet. It all happened at the main event between Canelo Alvarez and Edgar Berlanga. Hey buddy, hold on, what's up with my __? How are you feeling, big man CH? I'm getting here, I need to be with you, that's definitely yes.
Hey, bud.
Hold on.
Hey, bud.
Wait here.
What's up, my nigga?
How you feeling, champ?
Dude, you big, man.
Hey, I'm getting there. I need to be with you.
Yeah, definitely. Four of us. I'm with the commission and I'm trying to get the
Huh?
Thank you, guys.
Hey, bud. What Teo said?
How are you, man? Good to see you. Really good.
Well, what's said, man? Good to see him. Good, both guys came to show support, but apparently things went south very quickly. Apparently, it began with a heated exchange of words between the two eyewitnesses, with Teofimo making disparaging remarks about how Crawford wouldn't stand a chance if they were to fight right now. Bud is usually a chill guy, but Teo must have touched a nerve, but that was all over when Teo made an inappropriate remark about Crawford's family. Then, apparently Crawford snapped, throwing a punch at Teofimo, catching him off guard. If it weren't for the security, Tao would be making a lengthy trip to the hospital. People posted videos on social media, speculating on what might have caused the fight. Was it merely trash talk, or was there a deeper animosity between the two? and social media went crazy. Let's get real here. We know Teofimo isn't afraid to call people out. He's been at odds with everyone from Haney to Ryan Garcia. However, going after Crawford is a completely different ballgame and weight class altogether. Perhaps he's trying to get under Bud's skin to gain some leverage, or perhaps he really thinks he could beat him. Music, there was no way for Teo and Crawford's relationship to get any colder. We need these two in the ring next, but there's a catch. Teo indicated that if Terence agrees to fight, it will be the worst decision of his life because Tao will make him pay. However, as we saw when the two males cross paths, this fight doesn't make sense on paper because Teofimo Lopez has to go up to the 154th division to face the best fighter we know. To start, putting on all the weight will slow you down, your punches won't be the same, and your stamina won't be the same. Then, you put that guy up against Terence Crawford. If Lopez pulls this off by some miracle, it will be the biggest upset in boxing history. Lopez has been calling out Crawford for a while, so he knows what he's doing, and 147 sounds appealing to me.
147 sounds pleasing to me. 154 with Crawford sounds good to me. We'll see. It's not that much names. We got a new division now, new faces in my division. So, we'll see what happens next. We'll see who wants to come up to this side and really face greatness.
So Crawford, you said Crawford Canelo, they shut that down.
Yes.
This Saturday. Would you like to face Crawford next? You think?
Yes, I would. I would like to face Crawford next. Yes, I believe so, and I'll go up to 154.
Crawford's 154 sounds good to me. We'll see. There aren't that many names. My division has a new division with new faces. We'll see what happens next. We'll see who wants to step up to this side and truly confront greatness. Crawford is said to be Crawford Canelo. They closed it down this Saturday. You think, would you like to fight someone like Crawford next? I think so, and I'll go up to 154, of course, since there is a significant weight class difference. Crawford is winning at welterweight and Teop is winning at lightweight, but stranger things have happened. We've seen fighters shift positions to resolve disputes. Tao could put on weight, Bud could take out man. The possibilities are endless from a business perspective. Just think of the pay-per-view figures. It's a wild look for both fighters, but Crawford is usually so composed that this kind of reaction is rare.
Teofimo Lopez was here tonight. He says that would be his dream matchup to go ahead and fight Terence. He says he's willing to even move up to 154. What are your thoughts?
He trash. Fuck Teofimo. No, because he talked too much shit. He used to be a humble kid.
However, when you're at the top, like Bud, everyone is gunning for you, and the pressure can be intense. Maybe Teo's jabber got a little too personal, or maybe he was just worn out of the disrespect. Either way, if these two actually stepped into the ring after all this drama, it would be a money fight. When Teofimo Lopez showed up tonight, Crawford's trainer also gave him some jabs that shocked a lot of fans. He claimed that would be his ideal bout to go ahead and take. Terence expresses his willingness to go as high as 154. What are your thoughts on his trash __? Many don't know, since he talks too much __. He was once a modest child. Now let's discuss the less enjoyable topics, such as assault accusations, fines, and possible legal disputes. Not only can punching outside the ring damage your reputation, but it can also land you in significant legal problems. That concludes today's video. The Teofimo team may file charges, or Crawford may face penalties from the Boxing Commission. Things could get messy very quickly, but let's be honest, Crawford isn't going to file charges because he prefers to handle things on his own. The best course of action is to call Crawford out for a prob out. In order to ensure that you never miss our future films, please remember to like, subscribe, and ring the bell symbol if you appreciated it. You can also express your ideas in the comments section. Stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next.